Just Google it. There's a button for it. I know for a fact. Because I have it on. I didn't do anything special to turn it on. Just one day they added it, and then I was like, yeah, okay. All right. Let's begin. Debacle in the shop. Your tenure as a judge has yielded considerable results. More and more often, common people come to the prefecture to assert their rights, and succeed in doing so. Some local villagers have even started coming to seek the court's protection. All over the province, there is talk that a new era has come, that the law is in fact the same for all.
This morning on your way to the prefecture, you anticipate a peaceful day full of paperwork. But as soon as you enter your office, Elborn rushes in after you.
He just fucking shivs us.
He's like, shuffles
I'm tired of you! Don't sit down, Brante. You've been assigned an urgent investigation. This morning, a tradeswoman, old Mrs. Steiner, came to the prefecture with her 2 grandchildren. She demands that we punish Sir L. Verger for sounds like burger, for setting fire to her shop and trying to rob her. Well, the Steiners have just finished writing up the complaint when L. Verger himself came bursting in. He immediately sued the Steiners for his own murder. Okay.
What?
I've come to warn you, Brante. Even though the Steiners were acting in self-defense, you still have to find in favor of El Verger.
No!
Oh. I don't want to do that.
You're surprised to hear this, Elborn. Seeing your perplexed look, the prefect frowned.
I'll explain. Before, low-born shopkeepers like the Steiners wouldn't have dreamed of suing a nobleman. Everything has always decided in favor of the nobility, as you may recall. But now the law has more power. Our efforts have not been in vain. However, now that we're talking about murder of a nobleman by commoners, I'm afraid these changes have been too drastic. The governing elite... Oh.
Wait, real quick. He's suing them back for his own murder, right? Like, he didn't actually get murdered, right? Is that...
No, he did. I think he broke into their shop, set it on fire, and was robbing them, and they killed him.
There's more than one death. Right. Okay.
Yes, because you can die and then come back.
Okay.
So he died, and then he came back and was like, wait a minute! I should be allowed to rob and burn as I please! You know, a normal frame of mind. Beautiful as always, my time has come for another godly being will soon, very soon. Also, Cal, update the VODs. Yeah, no, that's very fair. I need to update my VODs. I will do that after stream today because I need to do a bunch of second channel updating and stuff anyway.
Sammy, can you find out how I get streaks?
Sammy, go!
Go!
As my moderator, I'm sending you off like a dog on the hunt.
On a little adventure.
Yeah, he loves a little adventure.
Yeah.
The governing elite of the province are watching our every step. Justifying the murder of a nobleman would be going too far. The overseer and the magistrate might well decide that it's time we take back the common people's rights. We cannot let that happen, Deezth Nut.
Court is in session. You are presiding over the Board of Justice. One bench is occupied by the somber Maximilian L. Verger. His papers state that he is nobleman of the sword living off of his estate. He strokes the pommel of his sword nervously and breathes heavily, ready to explode in a fit of rage.
But that's not the only way he's ready to explode, stroking that fucking sword like that.
Oh, God, not in public.
not in the courtroom.
I feel like you're about to read a lot. Do you want me to take some narration?
You know what? You know what? I think that you're correct. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like you're about to do like 3 dudes.
I feel like this is what you could say, a man station in the court.
Yeah. On the other bench, you see the Steiners, the low-born owners of a well-known jewelry store. Anne Steiner, a short, wizened woman wrapped in several layers of dark silk, looks defiantly at L. Verger. Her 2 grandchildren stand silently behind her, their faces passive.
Our squad noticed the fire at the Steiner's shop. We stormed in and saw those Steiners standing over the dead body of Sir L. Verger and watching it crumble to dust. The old woman shouted that she had to go to the prefecture, so we brought her and her grandchildren here. Sir Elverger suffered a lesser death before our very eyes.
Miscreants! Those low-born scum killed me!
You sternly call the nobleman to order. Commoners will speak first. Sir Elverger showed up at our shop at dawn and started banging on the door. We opened despite him being completely drunk, scarcely able to stand on his feet. He demanded to see our pearls. Well, what could I do? I showed them to him. Then he started sweeping our pearls right into his own pockets. I tell him, those pearls are not for free, sir. But he draws his sword. I'm a nobleman, he says. Everything should be free for me. Such is your lot, he yells. Your lot is to work for me. Well, I explained that the pearls cost 20 coins. Damn, that's cheap. So he takes a lit lamp and smashes it on the floor. And then he charges at me with his sword. My grandchildren came to my rescue. They went and pushed him. They used no weapon, naturally. Sir Elverger hit his temple against a showcase and fell. We came to see how he was, but he was already dying. We didn't kill him. His own anger did.
How the fuck are we supposed to rule in favor of Verger? He's such a, like, I mean, what they didn't even, like, stab him or anything. He just fucking, they pushed him and he died.
I know, this is so dumb. So, I didn't come here to confess to murder, but to ask you, Your Honor, to protect our family against this bloodsucker. We had a hard time putting the fire in the shop out after what the rascal did.
You ungrateful old hag! You should have been delighted that I was taking your pearls. All of high society would have seen them.
He's not even denying it.
No, he's not. He's like, yeah, I did that.
You're a blasphemer too, not knowing your lot. The low-born must not contradict us nobles. It's forbidden. I know my lot. I'm supposed to command. So I'm in my right when I take what I want from the rabble. And His Honor the Judge will agree with me. Your Honor, I appeal to you. One nobleman to another. It's simply an outrage for the rabble to behave like this. Those little shopkeepers took my first life from me. Me, the heir to the Elverger legacy. I demand that these Steiners be hanged at once, Jesus, or burned at the stake, Jesus, since they follow the heresy of Fotis. Only the heretics deny their lot.
There is commotion in the courtroom. Those who came to support the Steiners are infuriated by the nobleman's words. Elverger's noble friends frantically demand that the lowborn be silent. You call the court to order, but to no avail. The room will not calm down until you deliver your verdict.
You rub your temple. If you manage to acquit the old lady, you will set a precedent for the entire empire. The lowborn never had the right to defend themselves with force against one another, let alone the nobles. You have the increased influence of the prefecture on your side. You could even try to legalize the right of the common people of Magra to defend their lives, but such a daring move will not succeed without the support of powerful people.
You remember Elborn.
Oh, thank
What
God.
would the consequences of your decision for the common folk? I'm so glad that, like, we do get an option. I'm sad that we lose the right to self-defense, but I do think that would have, like, caused the uprising to be really chaotic.
Yeah, I think that this would have been, and I think that, man, that's so many good stats. Patronage of the powerful. I wonder if that comes from Our Lady Love or not. I'm not quite sure.
Probably. I think there's probably, like, more than one option. So, like, if we had gotten the favor of, like, Ottoman or something early on instead.
Yeah. This will bring our career down, which is interesting, but justice will go up more.
Can we afford for our career to go down?
I don't think so. Let me check.
Because if we want to save our husband, I do not want to punish them!
I know. So our career is at the tipping point.
And our justice is high. Our justice would still be in commoners protected.
Actually, if it goes up, commoners seize power.
Oh no.
I think we have to punish them.
No, I hate this game!
I think the only choice we have to keep things from blowing up into civil war too early is to punish these poor
I think if we
fucking
did
people.
give them the right to self-defend, we can't, but I'm saying if we did, I think Civil War would start now.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely correct. I always get confused. I always have to hit this button. I really want to acquit them because we have
But
the
we
eloquence,
can't, but then we may
just...
kill Tomas. I can't risk our husband.
I can't risk our husband.
We can't.
I'm so sorry, Steiners.
So
I hope this doesn't mean that we're murdering them. It feels like we're probably murdering them.
I think we're murdering them.
Mm.
I'm gonna cry. Chat.
I can't push them. I'm trying.
I know.
I'm
This
trying
is
to
awful.
push it, but like I don't want to.
This is so bad.
I don't want to do it. Hold on. Let me look at what the destiny is for saving our sweet son, our sweet boy. I think it's in here somewhere. So, are in the favor of someone powerful indeed. We don't have that. The Latari, we didn't do that. Quarter of the honor.
Sounds like someone breaking
shit.
in.
Thank you so
Just
much
a
for the
storm,
raid
dude.
bullet, Bobby. Welcome to the
Sit down.
stream. What are you guys getting up to?
Oh, 26 hours of rank. Jesus.
God!
It appears the Pentagon has been breached.
Wow.
Zombies.
Let's see. I can sleep. I can finally sleep. I hit 26. Holy shit. 26 hours of ranked? What the fuck were you playing? Oh my god, go to bed. Go to bed, Bobby. Oh my
Bobby, go
god, that's
eat.
horrible. Apex Legends? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oten is sentenced. Okay, so we need justice 8 through 9.
So we can't lose justice, actually.
Fuck, we can't lose justice.
Oh my god, we get to be good.
It can't hit 10. It's 8 or 9, not 10.
Shit. So either way, we're kind of fucked.
Fuck.
Because
Force Commander Oten to the normal court, career 8 to 9.
do you have to have all conditions or just some?
You have to have, it looks like you have to not betray Augustine. You have to have justice 8 to 9, and you have to have protector or evidence, of which we have both.
What can we regrow from? Yeah.
That's
Oh,
true.
no.
What can we regrow from? That's a really good point, because if we acquit them, our career goes down 1, but we might be able to, but we don't want that. Fuck me, this is hard.
I have no idea right now. I have no idea.
Yeah, let me look at personal stats. What do we have? So, getting diplomacy isn't really going to do much for us right now. It will get us closer to being received in elite circles, which could be helpful. And then eloquence is the other one that we could get more of, which could be helpful because that will tip us over into
I
Silver
think we
Tongue.
can get justice back here than career, because our career is already hanging by a thread.
I think I agree. Yes, please go to bed, Bobby. You can regrow 1 career. But we've been losing careers so often. But we do have the eloquence for it. This one is a stat requirement, whereas this one is just a,
Do you think we'll get a chance to increase our career before we take care of Tomas?
My worry more is that, think about what Elborn said. If we do this, commoners are in power, which is going to cause the Civil War.
I think we still have to.
I think we punish them, unfortunately. Shit. I really hate it, but I
hate it too.
I just think that for the good of the realm,
we just have to hope that in punishing them, we aren't killing them, because our character avoids shit like that usually. So I'd like to think that we're not going to kill them. I'm praying to God that Brante doesn't kill them.
Praying to the twin gods, that's us. Please, us.
And we
have
are
mercy.
praying to ourselves. Please, we taught our boy better.
All right, let's see what happens. Ah!
Curtly and unemotionally, you deliver your verdict.
No!
Very same verdict in the drawer. No! Elverger's demand will be satisfied. The Steiners committed the murder of a nobleman. Their guilt is undeniable. Whether Elverger attacked them or not is of no consequence. A commoner may not raise his hand against a nobleman. The three of them will be hanged this very day.
Oh, that feels so bad.
On the bright side, it doesn't sound like we're doing true death.
I think a hanging is a true death. I think. If
We
you-
never
yeah.
expected anything good from the upper class before. So why start now? I've heard plenty of talk about your justice, but nothing's really changed. Shame on you, Judge.
Fair, very fair. The trial is over. The old woman and her grandchildren are taken away to be prepared for the execution. Elverger lifts his hat politely and leaves. On your way out, you meet Elborn. The prefect follows you with a look of understanding.
You spend the rest of the day pacing your office mindlessly. This trying day is finally at.
Fuck, that sucked.
We need to fix our justice immediately.
Immediately. We're running out of peacetime, too.
Mm-hmm.
You did not thought your boy good enough. I guess I think I'm rationalizing it in my mind so that I can have peace, which
Same.
is that
We didn't do true death.
I think it is true death, but for me,
No.
no. For me,
No, because
it's-
we've executed people before, and we've talked about this before, and they say it's a true death when it's a true death.
That's true. They do say executed and face true death when it is true death. So it could be that they lose a lesser death. So I can hold out that hope. But for me, it's that by sticking very strictly to the law now, when we change the law in the future, people will accept the fact that you have to follow that law no matter what. It doesn't matter what they feel is just or what they feel is it's supposed to be, because once the law is codified, that's what it is, and that's what we follow. Like right now, our laws state that if you kill a noble as a commoner, you die. So therefore, that is what it is, whether it's fair or unfair or not. It is what the law says.
Yeah.
Even though I fucking hate
hate it too, but the good thing is like, according to the narrative we just read, Brante fucking hates it too.
Mm-hmm. True.
So there's at least that. It's not like he's like, alright, well I didn't care about them dying anyways. Yeah, so it's like, at least Brante cares too.
I agree.
This is you, by the way.
Oh, it is. Okay. The year is 1143, the last straw. Rumors are running wild in Anazone. People say that a mysterious clandestine society called the Last Straw holds the entirety of the city's seedy underbelly in its clutches, with men and safe houses all over Anazone, plotting and scheming against the nobles and the rulers of the province. Their leader is a woman, a ruthless criminal by the name of Sophia. She has evaded all attempts at capture. I saved her when she was a little lady.
Oh, you did hit next. The common people both fear the last straw and sympathize with their cause. If the rumors are true, the city finally has someone who will stop at nothing to help the people claim their rights. But who would support this secret organization? And how did the insurgents manage to survive this long? No one in the city knows the answer.
It's actually a really good question. They're really good at rooting out people in this world. I feel like every little secret society gets fucking whacked immediately. Magistrate
Because
L.
they're
Vermin. What's that?
It's because they were like all really alert right now. Like you know how
Yeah,
before
everyone's
war
on
times you
edge.
can feel it. You can feel, you know it's coming.
It's what everything feels like right now.
Yeah!
Magistrate L. Vermin must assuage the people's fears once again. The vile mutineers and heretics who call themselves the Last Straw will be caught and executed very soon. and anyone who has given them money and shelter will meet the same fate. The secret chancellery will make sure of that.
This already reeks of we can get our justice back, and I'm very happy
Yeah,
about
I
it.
agree.
But even facing a manhunt, the last straw still endures. Slowly but surely, the influence of this underground organization is spreading throughout the city. Oh, struggle
Yeah.
for power.
Yep, it's starting to get rough.
Yep.
Did you just read? I'm sorry.
It did.
Okay. Threats and promises. You are in the middle of ascending the city hall's long, curved marble staircase. A small man beneath the building's towering vault. What? Oh, we are the small man. I was like, nuh-uh, I'm big. You were suddenly visited that night by messengers from Magistrate L. Vermin. They insisted the reason was most urgent. You are already expected upstairs.
Isn't that the guy that we just, like, defended?
No, that was fucking Burger.
Which one is Vermin?
Vermin is the magistrate who was just speaking about how like they're gonna quell the commoners
Okay.
uprising.
There's a deafening silence in the lavishly decorated corridors. Your footsteps only noise. Finally, you enter the spacious room that is the office of El Vermin, stately official of considerable age.
I'm sorry,
You find
Mocha. You
him
might wanna turn your bottom out up because you're kind of disappearing on the end of sentences.
How's that? I just turned myself up overall.
That's good. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Finally, you enter the spacious room that is the office of El Vermin, a stately official of considerable age. You find him sitting in his comfortable chair of carved wood. He acknowledges your presence with a nod. However, the magistrate is not alone.
By the window of the office stands a
Oh!
tall Arcadian. The cape of the Imperial Legion covers his shoulders. He is Dorius Oten, the commander of Magra in the flesh. He does not bother to turn around to look at you. The magistrate gestures to you formally, beckoning you closer. I don't even want to get near him. He smells of fucking bitch. I streamed 175 hours this month, not counting the 26 hours. Am I cooked? I don't know. I can't remember what my monthly streaming numbers is. I think it's usually in the hundreds, but I can't. Probably not that high.
Where do you
That
check
seems-
that?
I think it's in your. If you go to your creator
Overview.
dashboard, there's like a month tally of how much you streamed. Hold on, now I'm kind of curious. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna read this. in just a
Yeah,
second.
hang
I
on.
want to see how much I streamed last month, just to compare, so that I understand what Bobby is saying to me here. How worried should I be for Bobby?
I don't know.
Let's see. Analytics overview. July. July. I only streamed 82 hours.
I stream, it looks like an average of like 64 or 67 hours, or 65 hours. There we go. I'm so good at math.
Yeah, so from July to August 9th, I streamed 82. From June 11th to July 10th, I streamed 137. So that's a lot of fucking streaming, Bobby. Goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
I say goddamn. We're little guys, we go. I can't read that. It's too little. It's too little.
We
Can't
go,
even read it.
"Ooh."
We go. Judge Bronte, you have come at last. Sir Oten has been eagerly awaiting your arrival. You see, the commander has learned about a litigation being prepared against him at the prefecture. He demands that an end be put to these machinations at once, and I, humbly, offered him my assistance.
Slowly, Auden turns to face you. He eyes you with cold contempt.
Bronte, you again. So you've chosen to oversee this so-called case against me. I don't envy you. I will be brief. I will not stand idly by in the face of slander and baseless accusations. Give me your word of honor as a nobleman that you will do everything in your power to put a stop to this litigation. Only then will you be free to leave. I will treat any other answer as an insult against my noble lineage, and let it be known that Sir El Vermin holds many positions, such as the chairman's seat of the Court of Honor, which means that any insult will be soon followed by a legitimate duel of honor. I'm sure you know full well how others have fared in duels against me. Yeah, I'm not exactly a good sword fighter either. Oh fuck
Shit.
yeah. No, we got this one. We have
Put him at
manipulation.
ease. Yep, put him at
Yeah.
ease. Auden turns toward the window before you say anything, as if your answer has already been heard. Magistrate Elverman watches Auden and you silently with mysterious smirk. You stand before the two lords of the city, a young man only recently ennobled by the mantle. Any word that leaves your lips now will affect your fate.
Anyway, bitch. Oh, bitch.
Bitch.
Oh, bitch. Defying Odin will now mean facing true death by his sword, and your family will be left to suffer next. You have no choice but to lie and mislead the enraged Arcanian, doing what you can to mollify him. Oh shit.
And so you bow deeply and speak as meekly as you can. Indeed, you say, His Excellency has every right to feel wronged by the prefecture. There is indeed a folder with his name on it in the archives. But you do not seek to besmirch Auden's honorable name. No, quite the contrary. You have merely been told to investigate slanderous rumors of illegal duels, and so far you have found no evidence that could tarnish the honor of the commander of Magra. It is true that Sir Auden is an impeccable master of the sword, and no opponent can duel him without suffering a lesser death. But His Excellency had every right to duel whomever he chooses. I'm so proud of myself for getting through that without laughing because I could see you the whole time. I have two monitors. I was trying so hard to keep a straight voice.
I just felt like I could add a little aplomb, you know, a little
Yeah, no, I
thespian
love that.
flair.
Yeah, give it a little flavor.
A little flavor. You, on the other
I need that
hand,
clipped.
are but a humble servant of the law. To you, even the thought of initiating litigation against an Arcanian lord is simply unthinkable. Who would ever seek to judge guilty those who have been chosen by the gods themselves to rule over the rest of the empire? For surely not fucking me. I would never. Come on, Dorius, we're friends, I guess. Quit your groveling, Brante. I don't need to waste my time on a duel to see you're no threat to me. So much the better for me, then. The Archduke is expecting me already. But pray to the twins if I hear even a word of this so-called case ever again. Farewell.
Auden quickly walks out of the magistrate's office. Once his cape has disappeared down the long corridor, Elverman turns to you with a smile of approval. He really does look like our brother, but, like, older.
He does. He looks like our brother if our brother, cut his hair and dressed worse.
Yeah.
I see you're getting more and more accustomed to knowing your place, Brante. The likes of you are always a perfect fit in the ranks of power, even if you will never reach the very top. Once again, I am most pleased to have you with us. I'm gonna kick you in the butt.
I will say it is kind of nice that we now have Auden's indifference.
Yeah, it's nice that he's not trying to stab us anymore.
Yeah.
I like that.
You leave the city hall with a heavy heart. Sir Elborn wants Auden's case to progress, and so it will, no matter how much you have to bluff and delude those in power. Auden's sword will continue to loom over you until his case comes to an end.
Hey. Money. Nobleman's honor. Auden's threat still looms over you. A burden and a threat. As the strife between the estates grows more bitter, the judges' trade grows tougher by the day. The commoners demand more rights and legal protections. The nobles do their best to push back. As things stand now, any verdict made in court may result in upheaval in the province, and possibly determine the outcome of your case against Auden.
One day in a park by the Felez estate favored by dueling Anazat nobles, you see a curly-haired young man lying prone in the small sunlit square. His body has been pierced by a sword, and it is not vanished. A true death. You are here to investigate a report of an illegal duel. The winner is still here, a slender, middle-aged noble in an elegant black jacket, his hand still on the hilt of his sword, surrounded by gendarmes.
fun fact.
I think
Did you
this is our...
know-
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, did you know that prone means laying on their front, whereas supine means laying on their back?
I've never heard supine before.
Yeah, because you put your supine on the floor and you put your chest on the floor.
So true.
So that's how you remember. It's a nice little trick of the trade.
So fucking true. Also, I think this is where we're gonna get our justice back.
Yes, I anything that we can do for it. Your orders, Your Honor. Sir Elcorvio will not submit on his own, and we wouldn't dare use force against him.
This would be you.
You sign for the gendarme to lower their weapons and approach the duelist. Elcorvio's eyes widen as his face comes to light when he notices you. Before you can ask him, the nobleman begins to speak far louder than necessary. It was a duel sanctioned by the Court of Honor, that is all. The late Sir L.S. questioned my loyalty to the Emperor and called me an apostate. He left me no choice but to defend my honor, and now he's dead. Shame. Please be quick with your verdict, Sir Judge. I'm expected at the Capitol. You do know who I am, don't you?
Before you can say a single word, a carriage bearing the crest of Magistrate L. Vermin rolls through the gate. The magistrate furrows his silvery brow as he looks at the sorrowful scene, then gestures politely for Elcorvio to approach his carriage. With a chuckle, the duelist walks through the line of gendarmes and leans on the carriage. Meanwhile, the magistrate takes you aside for a moment.
Brante, as you know, I am the chairman of our city's Court of Honor. I refused to sanction this duel for as long as I could, since a true death was on the line. But Alan Elcorvio insisted that denying him would spell trouble for the city of Anizote. Regrettably, he's a small yet important person in the Emperor's court. He used to command the Emperor's personal guard. I realize that you must mete out justice as your duty commands, but remember, duels of honor are one of the cornerstones of imperial tradition, one of the pillars that support the twins' divine vision for the Empire. I can't wait to punish this man. You have the authority to punish Elcorvio, but be careful. He might make a dangerous enemy, both for yourself and for all the nobles of Anizote. That fool LS didn't know this, and now he's lying there before us. We would be wise not to, repeat his mistake.
The magistrate of Anizote glances around, then continues in a hushed tone.
Brante, this situation is far from ordinary. If the fate of the city means anything to you, it would be best to let Elcorvio go without a trial. Anizote doesn't need any trouble from the capital, and the Elests are not as strong as they used to be. They'll get through it. You may find him if you wish. Elcorvio will pay it and move on, and justice will be done, at least to some extent. However, if you can diffuse the matter entirely, you'll earn the favor of all the aristocracy of Anizote, and I'll personally see that you get a swift promotion.
Damn, if we had done the good thing, we could have gotten career here instead. Shit! I think we should probably, well, let's see, what gives us, well, let me read it first. Deep in thought, you gaze upon the body of the dead duelist and the long shadow of Elcorvio. The decision you are about to make could influence all future duels in the province, as well as your own standing. Damn, it sucks realizing we actually made the wrong choice. Fuck! We really made the wrong choice!
Yeah, well, that's fucked.
Oh no! Fuck! This would have been our chance to balance things if we had made the right choice. Fuck! Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Did we just screw Tomas?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, well, we're definitely choosing justice.
Yeah, because we need to get up to 8, but...
Our career. Why don't we get money if we fine him, but we do get money if we sentence him? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I think it's because, I mean, it seems that it's because of Octavia, but I'm not really sure in what way that trickles out. I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
I really wish they had save states in this game.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
No.
This is one of those fucking play it where it
Your
lies
choices,
games.
like, you have to.
Yeah.
Fuck, we really fucked up.
You want to kill this guy?
Yeah,
Or you wanna
kinda.
fight him? I want to kill this guy. Fuck him.
Yeah. This is you.
You shake your head dispassionately, enunciating every word with perfect precision. You explain the situation to El Vermin. A murder in a duel is still a murder, and the punishment for murder is execution. You do not have the right to distort the law.
The magistrate's face falls in surprise.
Brante, you don't seem to realize how the world works. I just told you that El Corvio plays an important role in the Emperor's court. Are you really so eager to make enemies? Well, you're about to. No connections will protect you if you're so intent on trampling ancient noble traditions.
It seems El Vermin is not aware you have friends in very high places, you tell him in turn. The Archduke's family will readily side with you. The magistrate dashes to El Corvio, fuming with rage at your words.
Ah, fuck him. Say, El Corvio, this is a terrible misunderstanding. I'll do everything I can to right this wrong, but these good sirs mean to have you arrested.
You give the gendarmes a firm order. Seize the murderer's sword, shackle him, and take him to the prefecture.
You dare call me a murderer? Doesn't anyone in your filthy, decrepit province know the meaning of a duel? El Corvio draws his sword and assumes a defensive stance, startling the gendarme with such a fervent refusal to comply. You start giving commands to the gendarme. Following your orders, they manage to surround and disarm El Corvio.
You head to the prefecture to take care of the paperwork and send a message to Octavia. You ask your powerful benefactress to convince the aristocracy to side with you in ordering the death penalty for El Corvio. He's a complete outsider in Magro, you write, who happened to murder the heir to the ancient bloodline of El Est. Surely Octavia can aid her humble servant in such a trifling matter. Her reply takes almost no time to arrive. El Corvio is a staunch follower of the Tempest and the new overseer. This puts him at great odds with my father. Removing him will be easy, especially if you have a proper case against him. Rest assured, Deezth Nut, the Melanidas dynasty will side with you in this trial. As for the other nobles, have no fear. I will let no harm come to you, my dearest human.
Thanks, Octavia. El Corvio's trial comes and goes incredibly quickly. The seats in the courtroom are absolutely empty. No noble risks appearing in defense of the visitor from Eterna and attracting the displeasure of Archduke Melanidas. One by one, you present evidence of El Corvio's guilt. The ill-fated noble visitor coldly spits out threats in return. The Board of Justice, presided over Elborn, makes its final judgment. Sending a noble to the hereafter is never easy, but there are times when the court has no other way to instill respect for the imperial law amongst those of the noble estate. Sir El Corvio, we hereby sentence you to true death by decapitation. The sentence will be carried out in Majesty Square tomorrow.
El Corvio is silent, unwilling to believe in what has just happened. But the verdict has been made. El Corvio is taken to the dungeon, the shackles still on his wrists. Tomorrow, the city of Vanazat will, for the first time, witness a noble being executed for a duel.
It was an illegal
Oh shit,
duel.
we just
They
changed
don't break the law,
history.
idiot. We're doing that all the time. It's like a fucking Wednesday for us.
Yeah, it's true.
The aristocracy of Vanazot is indignant over your decision. They fear what might come next. And yet El Corvio's shameful end on the executioner's block goes seemingly unnoticed in the capital. Soon rumors begin to spread. Some say the beheaded nobleman was indeed a traitor to the crown. Why else would the emperor's court ignore the beheading entirely? Or was it all the handiwork of Archduke Melanidas himself?
Soon after the execution, something arrives on your doorstep. A small yet hefty chest with a note attached.
Sir Brante, we realize how difficult it must have been for you to deliver this strict yet righteous verdict. We mourn the loss of our son, who transgressed against the laws forbidding all duels. Yet justice has found his murderer thanks to you. Please accept this humble gift as a token of our gratitude. Sir Constance L. Est and Lady Margaret L. Est.
That's
All
kind of nice.
All right. Well, believe it or not, we're actually not in a dangerous position yet. I thought it was at 3.
But we
It's
still
actually at
need
2.
But we still need 4 to save Tomas.
I think you're right. Let me double check that.
Because I think are all of them required? I never quite understood. Are all of them
Yeah.
required, or is it just some?
I think it's all. It might be most or some.
So where's Auden gets sentenced? There it
Auden
is.
gets sentenced. So
So
we need justice 8 to 9. It doesn't matter about our career.
Okay, so we just need to get justice up. Why did we care about career? I think career used to be there earlier, and now it's like saying you can't get there, so now you need justice.
Career is because if we drop in a dangerous position, it means that people can use that against us and make it even harder to make decisions. We were just
Okay.
trying not to cross this line, but I thought it was at 4, not 3.
Okay, but
So
we
still have
desperately need
one
more of both.
Yes. We desperately need. If we could somehow make everybody happy, that would be really nice.
Yes.
Hey, we got affluence now again. Let's go.
Woo!
Yippee! Waha!
Yeah, Sammy, I agree though. It is hard to gain justice. We could have been.
Whoa.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's
Let's
not
deal with
scary
this
at all.
Ah.
The hunt for Tomas. You are shaving before going to work. You scoop some warm water from the wash basin. The morning light reflected in the mirror is blinding. A servant rushes in with an urgent letter, or rather, a crumbled note. He says it is from a childhood friend of yours. Flinch involuntarily. Nasty cut appears on your cheek.
Deezth Nut, I'm in trouble. Auden knows that I helped you. Now he's finally decided to get rid of me. His henchmen are on my trail already. They'll find me no matter how well I hide. I'm out of time, Brante. If you can, for the sake of our old friendship, help me out of this mess somehow.
Her
If Auden
justice
finds
isn't
me,
enough.
I'll be off to the Shining Pillar. I'm all out of lives. Your friend, Tomas.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Oh shit, we got options.
Thank God, options. What are our stats? Like, what do they do?
Oh, I was gonna wait for you to read this. Should I read it?
You crush the note in your hands. A drop of blood runs down your cheek. Your old friend is in danger because he helped you with the case against Auden. If you don't interfere, Tomas Guro is doomed.
So we're not gonna do this one, because yeah, Tomas will
Obviously.
die, we get willpower, fuck that.
Yeah,
If
we already have plenty anyways.
Ooh, that's tough. That's real tough.
Wow.
Oh!
Oh! Oh, shit.
I did say I'd be willing to die for Tomas.
Again?
Again.
Oh my god. Christ on a bike, we have no choice.
That puts us on
I
our
don't think we're
last
gonna make
wave.
it through the game.
I know, I'm worried, but anything for Tomas. Fuck, our
Anything
family
for our
reputation.
husband.
Hold on, what's our House of Brante? What's our tarnished? Well, it's already tarnished. Fuck it, whatever. All right. Well,
Oh my god.
here we go, dying again.
Oh my god. We really fucked up on our choices today.
Oh god, it was that one. It was like one choice has set us down a rough path. And it was like the choice we didn't even want to make.
Oh my
So
god.
You failed to protect Tomas from Auden's revenge last time. You will not fail him again. You crumple up the note, pick up your sword, and rush to help your friend. You know where Tomas has been trying to hide recently, the ruined palace of Char Melanidis, where you used to play as children.
You get there just in time. You hear a familiar voice coming from the ruins of an ancient bathhouse.
Quit hiding, you bastards! You won't take me without spilling some blood of your own.
You follow the cry. In the middle of the old bathhouse, you see Tomas, dirty, his hair overgrown, a sword clutched in his hand. 5 men, inconspicuously dressed in coarse clothing and wielding various weapons, are slowly closing in on him. They all freeze, stunned by your unexpected appearance.
What took you so long, Brante? You hear intense joy in his voice. You rush to Tomas's side, back to back. You start to fight. You're more skilled than Odin's henchmen, but they do outnumber you. You do not let them surround you, but the fight is still a tough one. You succeed in wounding one of the enemies in the leg and force him to drop out of the battle, but another huge bruiser is swinging a club wildly. All you can do is dodge. You are quickly becoming exhausted.
Tomas keeps pace with you. He performs a masterful counterattack against one of the enemies and skewers him with his sword. Unfortunately, his weapon becomes stuck in the enemy's body. He will not be able to dodge the other assailant. With a swift turn, you put yourself in the line of fire and catch the blade with your glove. You steer the tip away from Tomas, then run your sword through the thug's stomach with a quick thrust.
But your triumph is short-lived. You momentarily lose track of the big fellow and he lands a heavy blow on your back. Your ribs crack. You are thrown several feet away. The thug swings the bloodied club again, but Tomas hurries to help you.
Die, you bastard!
Everything turns red. You lie motionless and listen as the fight continues, until several shrieks of agony announce that it's over.
Tomas leans over you. An incongruous smile.
Can I pause
Are you
real
okay?
quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, just pause real quick. We're on our last deaths together. This is so romantic!
Oh my god, we are! Ah! The romance, the intrigue! Hey, Brante, I asked for your help, not to die in my place.
Your old friend's stupid joke is the last thing you hear. Tomas's face, and then the rest of the world dissolves in a white light.
I love him so much! Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's so romantic. I'm crying a little.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, Tomas, my sweet, sweet husband.
Our
Anything
sweet
for
summer
you.
cheese.
Our sweet summer cheese, stinky and fresh. Oh, fuck. Okay. You are surrounded by an immense gray void. There is nothing but shadows around you. The specters of your decisions, the spawn of your personal will. You see before you all of your victories and defeats, all your errors and hopes.
Another shadow comes to life by your side. As you gaze at these elusive moving silhouettes, you recognize your last action. This is the death you chose to face, knowing what fate was to befall you. This is the decision you made.
The shadows keep spinning and dancing around you, the footprints of every step you have taken since the day you were born. A colossal figure looms over them all, your future true death. You can no longer deny its imminence. It has always been there, waiting for you. Now you are only one step away from it, but you will take this step yourself.
The familiar, gigantic figures of the twin gods appear from the void to meet you. They effortlessly lift your tiny soul and hold it in their hand.
Uppies!
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 You have always been in the twin gods' hands. Their will created you. The elder did not grant you his love. He forced it into you. The younger shaped you according to his law, without giving you a choice.
An enormous whirlwind arises in the void. The twin gods release you into it, and the torrent of an unfathomable will whisks you away. You are merely a minuscule particle of this universal tide. This will is the sole determiner of all events, past, present, and future. Your puny actions and choices are nothing in the face of the force of this torrent harbors.
You whirl in the cosmic vortex of the twin gods' will, until it casts you out. You careen back down to your earthly life. It is only now that you regain your ability to act. You see all of the wills of the universe intertwined with a perpetual struggle against one another.
Which will you follow?
Ooh. So, I think we've gotten this. So, will of the Elder, you follow the will of the God who brings love to the world. You follow the will of the God who imposed his law upon the world. You abide by the worldly manifestation of the law and the will of the authorities. You obey the will of your ancestors and your family legacy. History has a will of its own. You must assume the position that was assigned to you by this will. For the only will you are willing to live by is your own.
I would say earthly history or your own will. I think the only reason why I wouldn't choose your own will is because I think that's just going to give us willpower, and we already have plenty. I think history or earthly power could bring us more career.
I don't think these ever give you anything.
Do they not?
I don't believe so. I don't think they have the last times that we've done it.
I still think that out of those three, those are the ones that suit our character the most.
Yeah, I kind of want to go with, as it is our last life, I feel like your own will is kind of like I'm going to do this my way, even if it kills me.
Okay.
But I can be made a case for history or earthly power.
Do you think, like, real talk, do you think we're going to survive long enough to actually matter to history in this war coming up now that we're at our last life?
I think we already have. I think we've set a lot of things in motion.
Because the other thing, too, is with earthly power, we have followed the law quite a bit.
That's actually a really good point.
We have submitted to the lots and the law as much as we can to make a difference.
That's true. That's true.
And, like, we choose when to break it.
Yeah, I could go with earthly power.
I think earthly power.
Let's do it. I love earth power.
You fall into an endless web formed by the wills of the mortal world. Now that you are free of the cosmic vortex, you can finally exert your own will and make a choice. It feels like a first gasp of air after being suffocated by an alien will, the will of the gods.
But for your chosen will to be incarcerated here in the world, one decision is not enough. You will have to follow this path to its conclusion, to turn this will into reality by way of your decisions, deeds, and actions.
Your eyes snap open and you sit up abruptly. The crypt is spinning around you. The stagnant stench chokes you. You got out. You succeeded in preserving yourself against the whirlwind that was tearing you asunder. The will of the twin gods have commanded you to continue your existence. You feel the urge to fall flat on your back and cackle madly.
You are back. One last time.
This is, like, poetically, like, beautifully tragic. Like, I actually kind of love, like I know we made the wrong choices, but, like, this narrative is actually incredibly well done.
Yeah, to make a game where even being in danger of losing is still kind of fun is a very good writing.
Like, for as much as I'm like, damn, I wish we had made better choices, I am so intrigued, and I'm still having a lot of fun with this.
Yes.
I gotta draw, like, shit of, like, Tomas and Brante, I swear to God.
Yes!
It needs to happen.
Make them less ugly.
Oh, Tomas is beautiful! Shut the fuck up!
Tomas
Bronte
is
is hideous.
Right.
Can you actually, like, go to them and get me reference pictures real quick while it's on my mind?
So we got Tomas here, beautiful,
Let me screen cap
amazing.
that. Is there not, like, I could have sworn there were things that, like, showed us them, like, half body, like,
when they're talking, sometimes it'll show.
Okay, so we'll have to wait for that.
Yeah. And then all we know about the way that we look is that we
got
have
the
short
slicked
hair
back
and
hair.
Yeah, and kind of a sharp nose and no.
Let me screen cap that real quick. All right,
Tomas
I'll
in a
make
maid
this on it.
outfit.
I will. Okay, you'd have to commission. I need money, but I also need that. I need money, but I also need Tomas in a maid outfit. Fuck.
So funny.
I shouldn't be drawing things for free, but at the same time, I might draw that for free. Fuck me, man. I need it.
Is this,
Is this me?
I think so.
Okay. You awaken in the crypt. No one is there to meet you. It is quite possible that no one knows about your death. The place smells of damp earth.
Gee, I hope Tomas is okay. He is, actually.
Yeah, he's great.
The battle in the abandoned palace of Charmelanidis is the talk of the city for several days. Your name somehow comes up. Commander Otten does not openly accuse you. If he did, he would have to explain why his men were doing there. But his schemes make it much more difficult for your brother Stefan to have the Brante family ennobled by the sword.
Sorry, Stefan. Tomas fled right after the fight. It takes quite some time for you to get any news from him.
Deezth Nut. As soon as we fought off those thugs, I decided to go into hiding somewhere far away from Anazone. Without spies, Odin seems to have lost my trail. And it's all thanks to you. I'm in your eternal debt, Brante. I hope you take down that bastard and put an end to his crimes once and for all. We'll meet again. Your friend, Tomas. Status.
If this is
rescued.
If this is the hill we die on, then damn, there isn't another hill I'd want to die on more, brother.
I agree. Me when I die thrice.
I will say, I know you said you weren't interested in replaying this, but if we do, I feel like we could see through. Right? I'm like, okay, because there are a couple of choices where I think we would know that we could like save ourselves. Because I think the main thing is, I don't think dying for Sophia was worth it.
No, not at all.
So I think I want to go back and not die for Sophia, and I think that could really give us a better shot. Like, that is the one choice I think out of everything I regret the most. And I remember we thought,
agree.
and I remember, because right now we'd have 2 deaths, and I think we'd have such a stronger chance. So it's like, now that we know, I think we could win this game. So I think we proceed with this, and I think we proceed with this, like, as we want and as we have been, but I will have peace knowing that we won't finish it, knowing that if you're ever down, I'm down to restart and kick this game's ass.
Yes. We could also do, like, a quick run through where we, like, go through, we don't have to read everything because we've already kind of gone all through it, and then we can just kind of do decisions until we get up to a point where we made a decision.
Plus, we could probably make Nathan better.
We could probably make Nathan better, too. Yeah, that poor
kid. Is this you? Or is this me? This is me? You spend day after day hard at work, toiling over Auden's case. But something far more urgent demands the prefecture's attention today. The city is in chaos. There was an explosion in the square in front of the city hall. Before we do this, I may actually need a quick restroom break.
Yeah, actually, we should... Sorry, there was an explosion in the fucking thing. I made an explosion.
Oh, I thought that was you!
No, I made one, and then it did it itself.
Oh.
All right, chat, we're going to take a quick few-minute break so that we can do a quick pee break. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere, and if you do, I'll kill you. Okay, I'm back. Hello, everyone. I do feel like maybe having half of the playthrough not seeing where our choices lead and the other half be metagamed as hell did sort of mess our run up a bit. Like, our choices would be much different if we stayed with one or the other the whole time. So if we do do another run, y'all should decide on one and stick with it. Yeah, we definitely, we flopped on it a little bit as we got further into the game. I think that with a game like this where the story is so long and the potential to have to go all the way back and do everything again or else get like a bad ending is a little intimidating. And I think that I don't think I fully regret putting on the differences to like be able to see our consequences, because I think it's clear that the game is made to be played with consequences so that you can gamify it a little bit more. But I don't know. I think you can do hardcore runs of this game without seeing the consequences.
It's all what you want to get out of it.
Yeah, I just think that it would make it a little bit harder. I think the consequences are intended. I just think switching did us bad. I mean, maybe to an extent, but I don't think that a lot of the early decisions, because it only shows you stats. It doesn't necessarily show you what it's going to do to a character, like with Nathan. Like, if we had known the stat change, that could be something that might have assuaged us there. But it wouldn't tell us, like, Nathan's gonna get weird after this. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, having the consequences is more towards seeing, progressing the game more so than the story itself. If that makes any fucking sense.
It does.
Okay, cool. Someone threw a bomb at Magistrate Remy L. Vermin's carriage. The assassination attempt failed. The magistrate was not inside the carriage at the time. He was unharmed, although his servants and driver did not fare so well. Even in your office, you can still smell the acrid smoke from the blast.
Oh wait, no, not Albor. No, not deserved. Sorry, I thought it was...
Wait. No.
L. Vermin, okay.
Magistrate. L. Vermin.
Okay.
Vermin. Fuck that guy.
Okay, I was like, deserved. I was like, wait, no, that's our guy.
Wait a minute.
Ah! The gendarmes reacted quickly. 5 suspects, craftsmen and factory workers, were brought to the prefecture before sunset. They are accused of joining the Last Straw, a secret society of insurgents seeking to overthrow imperial rule. This society is on its way to becoming the talk of the city. Rumor has it their leader is an enigmatic woman, a tough criminal by the name of Sophia. The bitch who ruined it all for us.
What if saving her early is going to give us a choice later, though? That would be an interesting turn of events, and I'm kind of hoping it does. I feel like all it really does is open the door to joining the Last Straw earlier in the game with the Lotless. But I won't know until if we ever go back and do it. The 5 suspects deny their involvement, but a number of eyewitnesses say they saw them walking towards the square, and some of them still have traces of gunpowder on their fingers. Judge Carlo Fucking-Grabbin has taken the case. The trial will be mercilessly swift. The 5 are to be hanged tomorrow morning.
Sorry, you said fucking Grabbin so viscerally.
Fucking Grabbin.
The sun begins to set. You are about to leave for home when you hear heavy footsteps in the hallway. A stranger enters your office. He is pale with chiseled features, a furrowed brow, a thick black mustache, and dark eyes watching you intently from deep within their sockets. He presents you with a gilded pendant in the shape of a wheel. The last thread.
Oh, shit.
Baron Felipe Ferro, Circuit Chancellery Advisor. I imagine you are aware that we deal with plots, schemes, and revolts against the Empire. I have a matter of great importance to the Empire to discuss with you, Sir Brante. I am aware that the case of the explosion in the square was not assigned to you, but, for our purposes, this is actually for the best. The Secret Chancellery has been following this so-called Last Straw group for a long time now. They are the greatest threat to the peace in Anazalt, but you can help us rid the city of this menace.
Baron El Ferro produces a neatly folded sheet of paper.
This is a list of known insurgents connected to the Last Straw. They haven't blown anyone up just yet, but surely you realize that it will be most impudent to wait for them to commit their next crime. The time to act is now.
You scan the list. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
You scan the list quickly. Some of the names on it seem somewhat familiar, perhaps from your youth. Is that Obi? Oh, sweet baby cheese! Look, so help him! Help him! He's like, oh!
Please.
Father, why?
Father, why?
Oh yeah, how are you after last night with the dog?
Good. We had to watch the dog till midnight, which was great, and she peed on the floor probably 5 times, but we dealt with it. She's just not very well potty trained yet, and she hasn't really spent any time away from her current owners, so like she was just anxious and stuff. She's a good dog though. Mm-hmm. Cal, your echo is on. My echo is on? Is it still on? How long was it on for?
Here, hang on. While you're discussing your echo, perhaps.
No. What do you mean? It was on for like a minute? Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. I was just being dramatic, that's all.
I use the Brante streams as crafting time now to keep my hands busy and keep me focused.
Yes, that's a good way to do it. Oh, when Obi ran on the table, he probably pressed the button. That's very funny.
Oh. Is this... I do believe I read this line.
Okay. Find a way, any way, to implicate them in today's assassination attempt, and you will prevent more explosions in the future. The Empire will rest easy if we can rid ourselves of these scum as quickly as possible.
Can we fix our career here?
Hopefully. If you render this service to the Secret Chancellery, you may rely on my assistance in the future. As you may suspect, I have more than my fair share of powerful connections.
Silence falls. The Secret Chancellery advisor pierces you with his heavy gaze.
So we could shelter the suspects, which would do nothing for us. We could obey the Secret Chancellery, which will give us patronage of the powerful. The province will lose power. We will lose justice, so I don't think it's worth it. And we will also lose relationship with our daddy. We could.
Which one gives us justice?
Justice would be conducting an investigation, which would give. Actually, this has got to be what we do.
Yeah, that's got to be what we do.
Yeah,
Yep.
The only thing I can think of is no. We got to do conduct an investigation, which, to be fair, is what we should do in this case, regardless. Like, before we do anything, we have to find proof of their guilt. We're not just gonna do whatever. And this will put us back in a good place with career and back exactly where we need to be in justice to put Oten away later. Okay, let's do it. Can we make it good for our little guy? All we have to do is be really careful about our stats, which is why I'm not mad about taking off hidden consequences, because stats are so fucking important in this game to trying to reach the end.
Important.
Like, just a second ago, we were like, well, all is lost. And now we're like, okay, well, we might be able to fix things a little bit. If all we have to watch is death. And for the most part, we know when we're going to die because it'll tell us. So we just need to be careful about keeping things in balance and not putting ourselves in that position again. Is this me or you? I'm so sorry.
Let's see. You rise from your chair ready to answer the advisor. You cannot fulfill his order until you have legal grounds for arresting and executing these people. You serve the law and you will never break it, no matter what you might stand to gain. You will not falsify a case and you will not hang people on unproven charges.
You are willing to investigate the people from the advisor's list thoroughly and punish the guilty, but only if you find proof that they are involved in the insurgency. Baron Elfaro winces in displeasure at these words. Brante, can't you see we're not dealing with ordinary outlaws here? We're fighting an insurgency that has declared war on the Empire. There's no time for the usual formalities. You have to understand that thanks to your indecisiveness, those insurgents will roam free and fashion new bonds for more attacks. Well, I can't fucking force people to not make bonds. They're already not supposed to. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
It's already illegal.
Yeah. But you insist. You will not send anyone to the gallows without evidence. Either you do things your way, or the aristocracy will soon be talking about abuse of power at the hands of the Secret Chancellery. You will see to that.
For a while, Philippe considers your words.
I can respect a person who like takes a second to like think.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
agree. Very well, bro. It's something I need to do more often. I have a really bad habit of being like, oh god, I have to think. I'm gonna go on base instinct as fast as possible.
I was gonna say, I think our society is like a little too quick to respond.
Sometimes it feels like you have no time to think about things. Very well, Bronte. Have it your way. Begin your investigation. But if another bomb goes off in an assault in the meantime, it will be on your head. And then a promising servant of the Empire will stand trial along with the insurgents as their accomplice. I have a handful of good friends as well, Sir Judge.
Philippe leaves without saying goodbye.
That's fine. I didn't want him to say goodbye anyway.
Oh!
And so you begin a lengthy investigation. This was your idea, which means you have to pay the gendarme and informants out of your own pocket.
That's fine.
Yeah,
The
whatever.
gendarmes in your employ tail every man and woman from the list for the next fortnight. Huh, fortnight! For a long while, none of your suspects does anything suspicious. Over the course of these 2 weeks, you come to bitterly regret getting involved in this business, but Philippe left you no choice. You will either find the truth or get tried along with the insurgents. Baron El Faro did not look like a man who makes empty threats.
Disappointed with this fruitless surveillance, you are about to call it off when one of the commoners suddenly signals for the others to meet. Oh shit.
Your raid catches them by surprise in an abandoned house on the edge of the city. Much to your chagrin? How do you
Chagrin.
say that? Chagrin. Cal doesn't like the juice? What juice?
Listen, it doesn't matter.
That
You didn't
juice?
see it, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
I,
you arrest
I-
them just... Oh,
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. What kind of juice is it? Now
It's
I'm
not
invested
juice,
in the
it's-
juice.
I went to go take a sip of my LaCroix, and I accidentally grabbed my
Ew.
melting ice water and drank the water of the ice, and it like weirded me out because it wasn't carbonated, so I spit it back out. Into the
It's when
fucking
you're
thing.
it's when you're expecting one sensory thing and then you get another.
My brain just
Yeah.
went, that's not
Ah!
bubbly.
Yeah,
Ah.
no, you're so real for that. Let's see. Say the word again one more time. Chagrin? Chagrin. Much to your chagrin, the secret chancellery was right. You arrest them just as they are plotting another attack. A map of the city hall on the table. A stockpile of weapons and bombs are found in the house.
The litigation is quick. You have all of the evidence you need against the insurgents. Every one of them is sentenced to death by hanging. Another last straw cell is no more. Their bodies now dangle in the wind by the still rotting rebels who tried to kill the magistrate. Good lord.
Whew.
Yay! Yay! I love C-Stack. That's alright. Moderate means is better than nothing.
Mhm.
Oh my god, we are so fucking schemy right now.
We are so schemy. We're
We are so
outplaying
schemy.
everybody.
Dude, we're outplaying everything but death.
Yeah.
The
Which
true
is
arbiter.
poetic.
It's true.
So much of this is poetic!
I know, this game is very well written.
Mm-hmm. After many years, the simmering, unceasing hostilities between Overseer Gaius Tempest and Archduke Melanidas have finally come to an end. The Archduke has abandoned all attempts to collect additional taxes from the people.
Okay. By my grace, I hereby release the common people of Magra from the Archduke's tax. All hail the dynasty of Melanidas, which has protected you since time immemorial.
The farmers and merchants can finally heave a sigh of relief. Unexpectedly, the Archduke soon withdrew from all provincial affairs, sequestering himself in his ancestral castle of Serpenverda. The gentry who remained loyal to the Archduke are baffled. Has he accepted defeat at the hands of the Overseer? Or is this all just an elaborate ruse?
Either way, with the Archduke out of the picture, the senior gentry of Magra have lost some of their influence to the Overseer and his retinue of budding dynasties and nobles of the mantle. The feud between the two Arcanian rulers has ended, but the noble estate has been split nonetheless. The common people see this as yet another reason to demand change. Alright.
That doesn't really matter too much, methinks.
Unfortunately, the wealth and power struggle is not. Listen, small purview first, and then big purview. Let's get our affairs in order, and then I can worry about all you fuckers.
For real. Right now, all I care about is Tomas and not dying.
It's true. I think he's out of danger, though. I think now it's just
he's out of
Odin
danger, but like
bars.
we still have to handle the court session. Another year of service as a judge is behind you, but you have no time to celebrate. Your days are filled with unremarkable litigation and similar-looking complaints. Again and again, you see poorly written complaint forms. They claim that noble landowners are extorting money, punishing commoners for nothing, doing whatever they please. You have noticed a change in tone, from pleading to desperate to quietly furious. The low-born lot is to suffer, but how much can they endure?
Every day, once the petty litigation has been dealt with, you return to Autumn's case. Again and again for 2 years now, you search for a way to do the unthinkable, to have an Archnean, and the High Commander at that, convicted for his crimes.
You have not heard from Auden since your encounter at the City Hall, but he likely has spies among the judges and gendarmes. Sooner or later, he will realize the true state of your progress and find a way to get rid of this case. And you. Unless you are prepared to strike the first blow.
But what should you do? Will you speak against Odin in public and summon him to a trial? Is there another way to deal with the High Commander? Either way, now is not the time. And so you wait and prepare.
As you approach the steps of the prefecture today, a line of Legion soldiers wearing red cloaks bar your path. They are the personal guard of the provincial overseer. Has Gaius Tempest graced you with his august presence? You enter only after presenting your judge's signet to the guards.
The common room of the prefecture is remarkably quiet and deserted. All petitioners have been chased away. The judges and gendarmes do not dare to leave their offices. Everyone is afraid to breathe. The overseer, the Emperor's own brother, has arrived completely unexpectedly. The guards standing watch say you are expected at the prefect's office. You are escorted upstairs.
Elborn is visibly anxious. The honored guest is there, reclining in the prefect's comfortable chair. His crimson, fur-trimmed cloak cast over its back is Overseer Gaius Tempest himself. You bow deeply to the Overseer, and he acknowledges your presence with a quick nod and turns back to Elborn.
Well, Elborn, I'm positively incensed to see what has become of the city under your care. I put you in this seat to instill order under Imperial law, but you have given the commoners too many freedoms, and now they're revolting against their lot and the Emperor's rule, plotting, forming secret societies, and now an explosion in Anisot, an attempt on the magistrate's life. Oh, everyone in the city is talking about some group called the Last Straw. It is truly unthinkable.
Elborn accepts the blame without any sign of emotion, but you notice the muscles twitch behind the wrinkles on his face.
I have ordered the Secret Chancellery to deal with this last straw, but their leader, a low-born woman named Sophia, is still at large. Last night I ordered a Legion squad to set a trap for this Sophia. We almost had her, but then an Archnean appeared and attacked the soldiers.
Elborn glances at you confused, an unspoken question in his eyes. Did you hear that, Brante?
An Archnean? Defending a low-born woman? But how?
Indeed, Prefect. One Anthony Fess, a young Archnean of little note. It seems he now values low-born insurgents more than his high birth, his honor, and his loyalty to the Imperial dynasty. Baron Elfaro of the Secret Chancellery has been tracking him for quite some time. The young man began mingling with the revolutionary rabble and has since lost his mind. Now he swings his sword about in defense of the rights and common folk. Let us leave the insurgents to the Secret Chancellery. That is their duty. What concerns me, however, is Anthony Fess. My legionnaires were nipping at the insurgents' heels, and then this Archnean appeared and murdered 5 soldiers. Those poor souls were utterly flummoxed, unsure whether to fight back or humbly accept their death at the hands of an Archnean.
The mind boggles, Your Eminence. An Archnean has broken the law for the sake of the common estate. May I assume Your Eminence has a plan for this Sir Fess?
Would that I had even a semblance of a plan. What a sordid predicament. Anthony Fess is a traitor who has committed a great offense against the crown. Yet he is Archnean. I shudder to think what might happen if he is to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. This has never happened in all the province's history. The Archnean dynasties will not tolerate it, and Archduke Melanides will be swift to take advantage of the situation and undermine my authority in the province.
Your Eminence, the law of the Empire is the same for all its subjects. Perhaps it would be better to have its power demonstrated, once and for all. Sir Fess challenged more than the soldiers of the Legion. He challenged the rule of the Emperor himself.
Elborn. What did I just tell you? Prosecuting an Archnean would represent an even greater threat to my authority. Find another way. This Fess is young and hot-tempered, so push him into breaking point in the courtroom. Get him to draw his sword. Let everyone see him for the dangerous traitor he is. Even for an Archnean, this would be an unforgivable transgression. Not even the Archduke could dispute a verdict against him.
Gaius Tempest's gaze focuses on you. You do your best to show no emotion and remain as invisible as possible until the Overseer gives you permission to speak.
Is this where we do it? Is this where we save our husband? Our boyfriend? Our roommate?
I fucking hope so. I want to put Dorian behind bars so I can stop worrying about him.
Same.
Judge Brante, you are here for a reason. You will handle the prosecution. I'd rather have Sir Prefect deal with the mess of the case himself, but he is too powerful to risk it if it fails. Rest assured, many nobles and Archneans will demand you set him free no matter how much evidence you have against him. The traitor Fess must be punished, but I ask you to ensure that my reputation remains untarnished. I have no intention of going down in history as the Overseer who allowed our inviolable Archnean rights to be compromised. That would be crossing the line. Prepare your case.
Okay.
Gaius Tempest rises from his seat in the blink of an eye and walks out, escorted by his guard. For a few seconds, utter silence fills the prefect's office. Then, at long last, Elborn feels he no longer has to restrain himself.
He blames me for what is going on. Me, his most loyal human. No, I will do everything I can to have that criminal punished. Do you realize how much it will advance our case if we can get that Archnean condemned in a court of law? This is the only way we can instill the rule of law in these lands, Brante.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd also be kind of pissed. The Overseer insists that the trial is scheduled for tomorrow. Anthony Fess has been located. He was found and surrounded by gendarmes on the street. However, he did not resist and gave his word of honor to stand at trial. You barely have time to prepare for the charges before entering the courtroom.
God, being a medieval judge in this setting sounds so fucking stressful.
So stressful.
I just can't even imagine. I like that this game does show a lot of, although the commoners clearly have it the worst, people with power are also having a terrible fucking time.
Nobody's fucking happy in this society.
Yeah, this is not a good way to run a society, which is why I feel like instilling a real rule of law is so important in this game, because everyone is just fucking floundering.
Yeah.
Do you want to read this? Yes, you did, okay. The normally half-empty seats in the courtroom are crowded today. The highest ranks of the aristocracy and the most noble families and dynasties all focus their gaze on you as soon as you step inside. In the depths of the courtroom, you noticed Octavia Melanides, surrounded by her retinue of young ladies. The Archduke's daughter watches the trial unfold with a wry, indifferent smile.
You ascend to the podium. Prefect Elborn himself presides over the board of judges. The courtroom doors swing open and the defendant Anthony Fess enters, escorted by gendarmes. The young Archnean is dressed in a defiantly modest garb for his status. No embellishments, no jewelry, just a simple linen undershirt. However, he still carries a sword, as expected from a high-born noble.
You read the charges As procedure demands, Sir Anthony Fess willfully caused the lesser deaths of 5 soldiers of the Legion, thereby allowing a number of the last straw insurgents to escape punishment.
Murmuring fills the courtroom. The Archnean's large, dark eyes watch closely, catching every motion in the hall. Then, suddenly, Anthony Fess interrupts you to speak for himself. Whoa, don't interrupt a judge.
Yeah, for real. People of Anazut, I was not brought here by force today. I broke the law, and I am ready and willing to be held accountable before all of you. I fought those Legion soldiers and I killed him. Did I violate Imperial law? Yes, I did. Does anyone even bother to count the transgressions committed by our rulers on a daily basis? Why does this law exist if no one follows it? I do not accept a law that offers no salvation from eternal tyranny for the commonest state. By my birth, I was given the power to rule over humans, but if suffering is all that rule brings, then I reject it. I am ready and willing to sacrifice my very life for the sake of justice, so that all citizens of the Empire will begin to respect the law. Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
The young Archnean's words, loud and desperately audacious, spark turmoil in the courtroom. The stunned board of judges is at a loss for words. The gendarmes freeze in confusion. And the nobles are terrified. You hear their screams. Madman, pull yourself together! You're no commoner, you're an Archnean!
The courtroom is on the verge of exploding with tension. The gendarmes try in vain to placate the audience. The Board of Judges looks to you. As the prosecutor, you must continue reading the charges against the defendant. The fate of the rebellious Archnean is in your hands. But do you have what it takes to make the most of this situation? So, we cannot find him guilty because we don't have the reputation, which is honestly pretty fair.
Yeah,
we have a 2.
This guy really came in and said, what if I made everyone freak out?
So, turning to Octavia could be helpful. However, we will lose justice, which we really need right now.
What is the requirement? Ooh.
Yeah, no, not this one. However, provoking him is, oh my god, we would die.
Oh. Well, we can't do that.
Fuck.
Shit's getting dangerous.
Fuck. Wow, that's really tough.
Octavia time.
Yeah, Octavia, you're literally our only choice. We can't die, so.
Yeah. This is not where we stand down.
Yeah.
As passions in the courtroom run high, you look around to find Octavia. Lady Melanides returns your gaze with a calm, wry smile, elegant as ever.
You take advantage of the turmoil to quickly walk over to Octavia and whisper into her ear. You politely ask the Archduke's daughter to save you from the peril of condemning an Archnean. Your entire
Mommy!
future... Mommy, please! Your entire future could be ruined by this verdict. Octavia's influence is more than sufficient to make everybody take heed.
Very well, my sweet human. After all, is there any point in power if you never abuse it?
I mean, fuck yeah.
Honestly, kind of. Octavia rises and proceeds elegantly to the podium, her emerald green dress trailing triumphantly behind her. The courtroom immediately falls silent. Everyone pricks up their ears. Ladies and gentlemen, I must confess I've grown quite weary of this trial. But, as an Archnean, I feel a duty to save my kinsman from mistreatment of any sort. In the name of the Melanides dynasty, I hereby pardon Anthony Fess on behalf of the Archduke. May he never again utter rebellious speeches or slay Legion soldiers, lest he part with his sword. The Archduke has forgiven you, Sir Fess. For now. You are all free to leave.
Octavia nonchalantly returns to her seat. Flabbergasted, Elborn can only announce the end of the trial. The nobles all gasp and shout, gossiping about the deranged act of the Archduke's daughter. Anthony Fess bows stiffly to Octavia and leaves the courtroom.
It's like, I was ready to die for this cause,
he
and
was
you
like,
just
"Come
fucking...
on!"
It's like, how did you just fucking ruin everything? Do you see, Deezth Nut? I will spare no expense for you, my dear human. and I have taken somewhat of a liking to this Anthony Fess. He has no qualms about defying rules of any sort. I can already imagine my father's fury when he hears of my pardon, but what is he going to do? Take me to court?
Bookshelf to self-care stretch, you gotta do it.
Hey, bruh!
Ugh. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you
Anyways,
for the...
Mommy. Sorry.
Anyway, Mommy. Thank you, Mommy.
Thank you, Mommy.
That does kind of suck, though. Your chance to get a precedent against an Arcanian in court is gone. Anthony Fess roams free now in spite of the outright call for revolt. A letter arrives almost immediately after your trial bearing the Overseer's seal. You steel yourself for the worst, but to your surprise, Gaius Tempest is actually delighted. Splendid work, Judge Brante. I have no idea how you managed to get the Archduke's progeny involved in this case, but the rebellious young Fess is his problem now. I was right to assign a delicate matter of such importance to you, Elborn. Elborn will be told to promote you as soon as possible. I need more intelligent, reliable men like you at the prefecture. Yeah, not my favorite, but sometimes shit's gotta happen.
Is our justice still good enough to save Tomas?
Nope.
Shit.
We need one more.
Okay.
Oh, we have Career 5, and we have not been branded by Dishonor. Therefore, we have an event called the Road to the Top.
Okay. This is our promotion, I'm assuming.
Yas.
Let's see. And I do want to just do a time check for you real quick.
I'm doing okay.
Okay. Let me do a time check for myself real quick, because I do have a doctor's appointment scheduled after this, but I believe I gave myself... Oh yeah, I have plenty of time. Okay.
Okay.
Your actions result in the well-earned progress of the professional ladder. You are expected to have a glorious future in the field of law. You receive more and more invitations to balls and noble gatherings. High-ranking nobles wish to befriend you.
Powerful people have been keeping a close eye on your ascent. Today, a personal letter from the magistrate Remy L. Vermin is delivered to your home.
Said Deezth Nut Brante, I would like to further our acquaintance and discuss certain matters over a glass of Illyrian. I will expect you at my estate this afternoon.
Accompanied by servants, you walk down the imposing
Enfilade, I believe?
enfilade of El Vermin's granite manor. Gold tapestry, stone carvings of ancestors' profiles. Compared to this luxury, your home seems tiny and cramped. El Vermin greets you by the fire. At home, the influential ruler of the city seems peaceful and amiable.
Judge Bronte, pray come in. I'm delighted to see you again. Servants, pour us some wine.
Please have some, Deezth Nut. Though your most recent deeds call for much more than a glass of Illyrian.
I'll be frank. After our first encounter, I had my doubts about your trustworthiness. But now you have proven by your actions that you have a future.
You sip the wine. It is excellent as expected. You calmly reply that you strive to serve the Empire and the Prefecture faithfully and in the manner you deem proper.
I am overjoyed to see that the younger generation honors our traditions and cares about the fate of our nation. We have that in common, you and I. Many see me as merely power-hungry, but why would power itself be of any interest to me? My family is already powerful and wealthy. Its position is secure for many generations to come. No, my friend, I need power to save the city that has been entrusted to me from a grave threat. Take a look around. More and more insurgents are preparing a bloody uprising among the common folk. The new faith compels people to defy their lots. The foundation of the Empire has been shaken. What do you think? Will a new world be born from this? Those who hope to see this happen seem to have forgotten that our world was created in accordance with the twins' design, and we are already on the cusp of provoking their wrath.
That's true, honestly. That's the thing. It's like, it's interesting how everybody seems to agree that the world needs to change. It's just nobody agrees on how to change the world.
It's true. I mean, that's usually the case, isn't it?
Yeah. El Vermin's is becoming truly incensed. Apparently, the fate of the Empire is not just a subject of idle chatter for him. I mean, I would hope not.
You must understand, Bronte. I've seen plenty of starry-eyed idealists yearning to change the world, and I know where those dreams lead. We have trespassed against the sacred order, and now we are on the verge of the wrath of the gods. I am a nobleman and a citizen of the Empire, and it is my duty to save this world from ruin. While the Overseer and the Archduke persist in their futile squabble, the danger is growing. It's time to take matters into our own hands. I'm seeking allies, people who will stand by my side to protect the city and the Empire. I hope you have the courage to become one of us. Let me speak plainly. Prefect Elborn is, alas, among those who are dragging us towards our destruction. He aims to subject all estates to the tyranny of the law. He seems to have forgotten that the law is merely to serve the good of the Empire and be a mainstay of order. But Elborn wishes to disrupt this order. He is pushing for the lowborn to gain power. What do you suppose will be the first thing they do once they get it? They'll take up arms and destroy this country, I'm telling you. Elborn has doomed himself to a shameful fall. Meanwhile, the city needs someone at the helm of the prefecture who is bound by honor and concerned about the fate of the Empire. You can be that someone, Brante.
You stare at your glass of wine, trying to hide your feelings.
If you prove yourself worthy in the future, Sir Brante, I can promise you the post of the Prefect of Magra. I hope you see it not only as a chance to elevate yourself, but also to make your mark on history.
History has its eyes on you.
And together we'll save Anizode from the uprising. You remain Elborn's servant. You both will lose and fall together. Well, we can agree. However,
I want to protect
so
our
nice.
family, but our career is dying.
No, our
What happens if
career's
we
not
protect
fine.
our career?
We'll
What
be
happens
fine.
if we protect our career?
We lose
Ooh.
reputation, which we already have fucking none of. I think we just need to protect our family.
Yeah, I'll protect our family.
Because we can lose a career, I don't think it'll hurt us at all.
Yeah. Silence. You hold the magistrate's heavy stare and respond calmly that you are not prepared to make any promises. You thank Elverman for his trust, but you are a judge of the prefecture, and you already have a superior. Elverman frowns, shakes his head disdainfully, and rises from his chair.
I'm very sorry to hear that, Sir Bronte. I had high hopes for you. We could have achieved so much together. Soon, you'll see that you've chosen the wrong side. Farewell.
Back at home, you describe your conversation with the magistrate to your father. Elverman's threatening tone is alarming. An enemy as powerful as the magistrate could turn the nobility of Anazodic family.
I'm proud of you for staying loyal to our friend Elborn. The magistrate is a dirty schemer who is only using this talk of honor and protecting the Empire as cover. Don't worry about the family. I'll make sure to talk to the noble families of the city in advance in order to get ahead of the magistrate's plot. Hopefully this will be enough to protect our reputation against his slander.
Your father's efforts to thwart Elverman's schemes have been successful so far, but your feud with the magistrate has a damning effect on your career. The documents you prepare to take weeks to be signed. Obtaining an audience or arranging a meeting is frequently impossible. You hear anxious whispers behind your back. Deezth Nut Brante crossed the ruler of the city. Stay clear of him.
Oopsie.
That may be a good place for us to...
No!
Oh, no! Mom!
We can leave it here if you want a cliffhanger. It's up to you.
Actually,
I put it in your hands, because I'm going to keep streaming regardless.
my main thing is that I have to leave at, like, 2.
Okay.
So we have time.
You have to
It's
leave
just
at 2.
I have to leave at 2. It's just I'm hungry.
You're hungry. We
I'm
can leave it
hungry.
right here if you want. Food is important.
Oh, I love video game. Food. Hunger. Yeah, okay. Up to you. We can do one more or we could stop here. But, like, it would have to be, like, one more, because I'm waiting for my wax to melt, so, like, I have to sit here and wait for my wax to melt anyways.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if
So,
you're
like,
already gonna
you
be-
could have me for, like, 10 more minutes.
Sure, we should be able to get
Okay.
through this bit here.
Alright, I believe this is you then.
Deafening silence fills your home. You are standing by Mother's bedside. So are Father, Gloria, and Nathan. For an entire day, Mother has been feverish, barely conscious. Gloria never leaves her side, not even for a minute. Nathan has even stopped drinking so he can offer your sister his awkward help.
Mother's health deteriorated greatly over the past year, and the fighting in the family home has dealt a great blow to her. She has been bedridden for a month. You have been to every doctor and folk healer, but no one can help her. They all tell you the same thing. Lady Lydia's life is in the hands of the twins now. If she passes away, she will not come back.
And so you wait by Mother's bed in sorrow, hoping that she will regain consciousness. There's a long silence that no one has the courage to break. Then at last, you hear Nathan's meek voice. Mother, it's me, Nathan. Can you hear me?
Mother suddenly rises on her elbows. She looks around, her eyes unseeing, beads of sweat forming on her pale forehead. My son, where are you?
Nathan takes Mother by her thin, emaciated hand. She leans closer to look at him, struggling to recognize his face.
Stefan, were you playing with your younger brothers in the garden? You must be all dirty. Come here. You may not be my son, but I care for you as though you were my own. Oh, what a nice, happy family we have. A blessing from the twins. Nathan is unsure what to do or say. Father strokes his wife's hair. His eyes are two orbs of searing, indescribable pain.
You're a little confused, Lydia. This is Nathan, and the children are all grown up now, remember? Mother's eyes were bright and alive just now, but the next moment, they grow dim again. Her head falls weakly back onto the pillow.
You're right, my husband. The children grew up, but I was never able to teach them how to live in peace with each other. I let you down, Robert. You made a mistake when you took me into your home. You saved my daughter and me from a life of poverty, and how did I repay you? Gloria cannot take it anymore. What are you saying, Mother? Don't you dare blame yourself! You did your best! You did all you could!
Father looks away, unable to hold back the deluge of tears. Mother's voice, so faint now, calls out to you.
And Deezth Nut, where is he? With great care, you move closer to Mother. You answer her quietly. You're here, right by her side. Deezth Nut, I'm so happy to know you're here. I always knew greatness awaited you ever since you were a little boy. What a shame I won't be there to see it. I couldn't save the Brante family. I will face my punishment at my final judgment. But don't worry, my dears. I am ready to stand before the twin.
Lydia Brante's voice trails off. No longer a voice, just a final whisper of life. Will you accept your mother's death, or will you find a way to fight for her life? Yeah!
Unite the
I'm so happy we fucking did it! Stefan didn't die in a duel!
Right.
Gloria didn't get married! Gloria's not at home! Stefan doesn't have a secret plot!
Did it! We did it! We did it! Also, hi, Uncle!
Oh my goodness, Cal, hello! Welcome to the stream. Oh, I'm so happy.
Fuck. Thank
I'm so happy right now. We've been
Save
trying so
family.
hard to get this, and we fucking did it. Oh.
Oh, we love our family and we love our husband. Amen.
We Hey, if we die, at least our family will,
At least we died, like,
continue.
taking care of the people we loved. Like, I don't
I
see
agree.
that as a loss.
Not at all. Unite this motherfucking family. Let's go.
Yes! They've been through so much!
They need to be together!
I feel like you deserve to read this one, Homeby.
You refuse to accept this. Mother must not die. The Brante family must not fall apart. For years and years, you have fought tooth and nail to keep this family united, working hard to resolve every quarrel. You never conspired against Stefan, and you never stabbed Gloria in the back. Now it is time to take family matters into your own hands. God, I love that show.
Yes.
This family strife must end.
You lean down to Mother's ear and whisper. Honestly, no, you need to keep reading. This is you, man.
All right.
This is Brante.
You lean down to Mother's ear and whisper. No, Mother has not failed anyone. She has always given her all to this family. She taught you well, and she took good care of you. She has nothing whatsoever to blame herself for. Your family is torn apart by quarrels, but you are still a family because of Mother. She has no right to abandon you in this dark hour. With a great effort, Mother lifts her head slightly. She looks over the faces of her family huddled around her bed. Gloria with her arms folded on her chest in an unspoken prayer. Nathan pressing himself timidly against his sister. A faint, humble glimmer of hope appears in Mother's eyes.
We are still a family.
You stroke Mother's hair gently. Yes. Yes, we are. We are all Brantes. We are all a family. And as long as we remember that we are one, we will weather any storm and overcome any strife. Times are changing, and the family must face these changes. But was it not Mother who taught us to face life with humility? Suddenly, there's a flurry of footsteps outside the door. To everyone's surprise, Stefan runs into Mother's bedroom, flustered. He's been gone for so long. Frightened, Gloria leaps from her seat and stands between him and Mother, but Stefan ignores her and walks straight to the bed.
Lydia, how are you? I returned home as soon as I could.
Your words and Stefan's sudden show of concern transform Mother, bringing her back to life before your very eyes. She sits up in the bed. The color returns to her pallid cheeks.
Mother, you're not leaving us. Brother, your words are better than any medicine.
Lydia!
Deezth Nut is right. I simply cannot abandon you like this. The twins only know what you'll get up to without me around.
You look back at your flustered family and address them fervently from the bottom of your heart. We nearly brought a terrible woe upon ourselves, you tell them. This is all the result of our strife, mistrust, and animosity. You stare first at Stefan, then at Gloria. They both remain silent, burning with shame. You say that this cannot continue. It is time for them to wise up and stop scheming against one another.
You think I wouldn't love to live in a calm, peaceful home? I'm just defending myself against Stefan's attempts to drive me out. He's the one who's obsessed with our family's reputation.
Agitated, Stefan interrupts her.
All I'm doing is trying to build a life for you. We can't legally accept you into our family just like that. Don't you understand? The Brante family has to be ennobled by the sword. There's nothing more important than that.
But then, Stefan glances at Mother, who returned from the brink a mere moment ago, and his voice trails off. You ask your brother sternly, has he considered the price our family must pay to be ennobled by the sword? Is Stefan ready to sacrifice the family just to have it ennobled?
Brother, we are just a step away from fulfilling our grandfather's greatest mission, and now you want me to reject it.
You reply to your brother calmly. It is time for all of us to decide what is most important, our family standing or our happiness? Stefan grows quiet as he ponders your words, but Father suddenly interjects. And we will choose happiness, Stefan. I am the Brante Patriarch. I bear the responsibility for our family, and if the road to the sword will cost our family this much, then we must remain as we are. Stefan is silent. His throat twitches now and then, as though he is trying to swallow something. Gloria and Nathan watch him, both hopeful. Your elder brother stands up and starts pacing around the room. His face convulses. He's on the verge of tears.
All that? Deezth Nut, I agree. I need to acknowledge that I have failed to fulfill Grandfather's mission. So, well, so be it. Perhaps future generations of Brontes will be ennobled by the sword, but right now our duty is to preserve this family. Gloria, for the sake of our entire family, you must become a Bronte, once and for all.
Gloria's mouth is agape. She cannot believe her ears. You reach over and give her the smallest push. Ever so slowly, she walks towards Stefan and bows.
Stefan, I never dreamed you'd... I'll never forget this.
Father opens his arms wide for Gloria.
Oh my god.
Dishonor does not frighten me. Gossip does not frighten me. Come to me, my daughter. Gloria Brante. Gloria falls on her adopted father's shoulders, racked by silent tears.
Oh, Father!
You join their embrace. Gloria squeezes your hand in hers, your sister's eyes glimmering with joy and gratitude. She looks away to catch Stefan's gaze. He smiles at his sister with a mixture of grief and happiness. Your family stands together, embracing over your mother, who is too happy to speak. Your family is united at last. Days pass, and Mother's condition continues to improve. The illness that once seemed so intractable slowly releases her from its clutches, and the enmity between Stefan and Gloria, the strife that has poisoned this family, is now, finally, gone. Oh.
We worked so hard for that! Oh my god!
What a cap ender. Oh, man.
Oh!
Mother finds
Holy
the strength
shit.
to recover. Oh my god, we
We
fucking did it.
did it!
Ah,
That is more satisfying than beating a game could ever be. Like, we didn't even finish or beat the game, and I'm like, no, we won. We just won. We just won the game.
Oh, the family, Mother recovered, family united, souls found. Man, we had to meet so many conditions for that too. Like, we had to play so carefully that entire time, and we brought it home. We brought them home!
We brought them home. Holy fuck.
I'm so happy. Oh, man.
We did it!
Let's look at it. Where is it? Mother recovers.
Twin God high five! Yeah!
Amazing. Amazing. Good shit. Well, I know that you have to go.
That was the perfect place to end.
Yeah, that was perfect. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, as always, you guys can go find Mocha at Maybe Mochas. If a mod could give a shout out to her in the stream chat, that would be most appreciated. Is there anything you'd like to say before you pop off stream? Okay. Fair enough.
Oh man, dude.
Oh, man.
Somebody remind me to get a full body reference of Tomas so I can draw him in a maid outfit. Thanks. Alright, well, enjoy whatever it is you're streaming next. I will go ahead and give the floor back. Goodbye!
Goodbye. Finally. Now it's all me. Now it's all my time. Thank God the other one's gone. Now finally people can pay attention to the real spotlight. Man, that was great. Man, that was fantastic. Again, go follow Mocha. Amazing VA, amazing streamer. Go check her out. Fuck, this game is so good. Like, there's parts of the game that are not the best ever. You know, there's some translating issues. There's a couple of spelling errors here and there. But, like, from a pure game and story point of view, I could not be happier with it. To have a game make you feel like winning the game is less important than like getting the characters and the family that you've been working with to a point where they can like love and accept each other is so good. Like, stories are made to make you feel, and I feel like this game has really done such an exceptional job of making me feel this world. You know, there's so many things I want to fix. I want to fix the fucking political system. I want to fix my family. I want to do all of these things, not because I want to have the success of winning them in the game, but because from a viewpoint as being, you know, Deezth Nut Brante, I want to fix you. Brante world, I want to fix you. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm going to take a very brief, like 1 minute break, just to pop away and use the restroom and maybe grab a little sticky snack. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be playing after this. I will chat with you guys about what we're going to do next. Everything after this point of the stream is just like chill stream time. I'm just going to play video games and hang out and have fun. So I will be right back. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone, and I will see you in just a moment.